What's up guys, Jade up here, and today I'm going to take you through my favorite features of Ableton Live 11 Part 2. So what we're going to cover today is humanization in your MIDI instruments, as well as adding dynamics to your drum patterns. So let's jump over and let's get straight into it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to attack is adding some humanization into your MIDI instruments. So if you're like me and you don't actually play in a lot of your melodies and stuff like that, I actually draw most of my melodies in. I'm not a classically trained musician, nor do I claim to be. So I've drawn this all in, and as you'll see, the velocities down the bottom here are all the exact same. They're just full velocity hitting. And if you can't see this as well, just make sure you've clicked this on and you've tabbed these ones on. So when they're turned on, you can see them there. So what I'm going to show you today is a really cool feature I like, which is the randomised feature. So by default, it's set to 127, so that's a massive velocity randomising scale to go through. So instead, what we're going to do first is set the amount that Ableton will randomise above and below the current velocities. So I want to do this super subtle and just make it feel like it's humanised and actually played in on the piano. So what we're going to do here is we're going to change this range here to about 20. And then the cool thing here that we're going to do is if we go Command A, select all of these, hit randomize. Now all of a sudden we've just got this, and this, I'm not saying this has to be the exact way or anything like that, but this is a great starting point to actually see what it would sound like if it was played in. So let's hit play on that. Hit randomize a few more times. And which is really cool. Like, I really like this. And then once you've got this starting point, you know, you can start to go in here and you can change the individual notes just like you could in Ableton Live 10. But I love this randomized feature because it gives you a really good starting point, especially if you're like me and you just like to make your stuff feel more organic and less computer music. Let's go with that. So next one I'm going to show you, which is a really cool feature that I really like, is I've got a little hi-hat pattern here. Again, it sounds super computerized. So what we're going to do here is using that exact same feature just to make it feel like we have more dynamics in the drums. So again, what we're going to do is Command A and hit randomize. And we'll just have a little listen to what it sounds like. I should have done it before actually. So before, very stagnant, very just. So with this randomization on now, it's like a little bit of groove, more dynamic and more, it just feels more realistic. So altogether, putting that with just basically just a kick, I think a little tom and a snare, kick, rim shot, snare. To me, it just adds a little bit more humanization to the whole thing, and just using some of the stock plugins. So I just got like a bell here. I'm just going to copy this exact MIDI down here and a little guitar here, just as an idea for a couple of little layers if this was like a hip hop kind of beat. And let's hit play on that now. Yeah, it just takes away from the whole staccato sounding computer music kind of thing. It's not an absolute game changer, but it's a really cool feature that I'll be utilizing in my projects in Ableton Live 11. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a subscribe.
Subscribe. I need money. I fucking need it.
Until next time, work hard and stay creative.